What's up, guys? Welcome to part one of the Fix It Felix build, where I think we're gonna start painting and sanding and getting it look a little bit more presentable. I actually don't know how far we're gonna get today, but I definitely want to start painting. I already sanded it, bondoed it. It wasn't too bad to begin with. There was some like corner work I had to do down here, but I got it pretty smooth. I'm not too worried about it. And then there's like some little dings, like I don't know, used to be screws maybe. I think this was a vertical or a horizontally mounted monitor in here, so there's some bolts for the, actually here's the vertical mount, so I need to take these out too, but we're not going to patch these, but I just want to take them out to paint it. Anyway, the front there was no issues with. This side, I think I do, yeah, it's a little same, a lot of the same, just extra holes. But nothing, I mean, all in all, I'd say it's like I give it a 75%. If I were to grade it. The front, there's no dings. And so I already sanded it once, or a few times actually now. And actually I already put primer on it. And the primer I use is this transparent, this is the first time I tried this, I don't know if it's worth a damn. Primer for plastic. Ooh, is that the right one? Because it's like a Formica. I don't know. I hope it works. I don't know if it's gonna work. So it's the first time I'm trying it. If it doesn't work, worst case, I just resand and re-prime it. No big deal. But I just caught my attention as I was walking through the store, so I'm gonna give this a shot. So it comes out transparent, but if you were here to feel it, it has like a texture to it that I guess would help bond the paint to it a little bit better. And so yeah, we'll see what happens. Hopefully it works. And then the paint I picked up, I actually I took a chip off the one of the corners here that was already like flaking up, and just kind of snapped it off about like yay big, and took it to Lowe's or Home Depot, I think it was Lowe's, to color match. And they stick it in this machine, and I mean, that's not the right color. This is the color up top. They put it in this machine, and it analyzes the hue and supposedly gives them the correct ratio to get the correct color. And it looks a little funky on the lid here because it's like paper, metal. But when you open it up, it actually looks exactly like this color. So hopefully when it dries, it doesn't dry too dark. So that's that. Yeah, it's got paint and primer in one. So hopefully the fact that this is primer in two will help adhere to this as well. My Versus cabinet that I painted, I ended up actually spray painting the whole damn thing. And I think this actually came out pretty damn close to the original blue. And I saved the can just in case, that hurt my ears, I need to do any more touch-ups. Full focus. And it was Krylon Color Master Cover Max Indoor Outdoor Island Splash. And it's like almost damn near perfect. Here, I'll pull it up against the Fix It Felix cab, so we had a better idea what it's gonna look like. I mean, like, that's pretty friggin' close. So I was thinking about going this route. The only thing is when you spray paint, you tend not to get a perfect application. Like, you'll see lines, or if it's too cold one day, you'll get like this weird like fuzzy effect to it. And I got a little bit of that on this, but more so on the sides, you can't really see it, which is a blessing in disguise, I guess, that I put these things butted up against each other. You can't really see it, but it still turned out pretty well. Like, I was okay with the results. I wasn't super stoked, but it was enough for me to not worry about it. But with this one, I wanted to, since I'm putting new side art, I'm essentially rebuilding it. I thought I'd do it a little more correct, if you will, and just roll on the paint, and hopefully we'll get a better result. And then if you saw my unboxing of the Fix It Felix art, we actually have everything we need to make this thing look like a Fix It Felix machine. We got oh man, I keep forgetting to zoom out. We got the control panel overlay, the bezel artwork that goes on. that bezel sitting on top of that old ass TV. We got the Marquee. You can see I got the buttons up there. So this originally had the original monitor, the Sanyo EZ20, and the original lighting, which I'm sure that has a model number too. So both of those work off 100 volts. So I ended up ripping out the old monitor and the old lighting and put in this cheap fluorescent light, because this isn't an original Nintendo project really. I'm just stealing an empty Nintendo cabinet, but I didn't want to waste like a good Nintendo Sanyo monitor on this Fix-It Felix like reproduction. And the same thing with the fluorescent lights. So what I ended up doing, I pulled it out, and just in case anything goes up on the Versus machine, or actually now the Donkey Kong Jr. machine, or the lighting, I can just swap out. I have an extra one. So that's kind of my thought process on that. And so what I'm gonna do for the monitor, I'm just putting in an LCD monitor, which kind of looks funky because it's, I don't know, it's an LCD, it just doesn't look the same. So what I ended up doing to get around that weird look is I picked up a scanline generator, or SLG for short, that gives you the illusion of a CRT, because there's CRT monitor, actually you'll look close, you'll see lines going through it. With an LCD it's just one flat image because it's newer technology, but it makes the older games look kind of like doo-doo. But it makes everything new look awesome. So we'll get to that when we get to it. So I just want to explain why we're taking the monitor out and all that stuff. And then same thing with the power supply, I took that out because there's no need for it. Power supply's taken out. And so now I have extra parts for that shit. Gotta clean this up. Back door, I spray painted a while ago. And then we gotta put the controls in, and I gotta show you guys how to do that. And these are all gonna be in multiple videos. There's no way I'm gonna finish this today, but I'm trying to finish this soon because I have an event coming up and at my place that I'm trying to get everything, not everything done, but I want to get one of these done so they can be playable when I have people over. And that's within like 2 weeks. So hopefully in the next 2 weeks, guys, I'll have this bastard up and running. So without further ado, let's set the tripod up and paint this bastard. Alright, so I just put a second coat on the sides. I didn't do the front because when I was looking at it, it didn't look like anything needed to be sanded really. And it's just going to be a pain in the ass to kind of get in these corners. But I was impressed with how the front came out, so I wasn't too concerned. The sides though had a little, because there's going to be side art coming on it, I didn't want it to give any like bubbles when I go to put the side art on. So anyway, I'm gonna let this sit for, maybe not a full 24 hours, just overnight, and then maybe put the side art on tomorrow. I got the, so another thing, I'm all over the place now because I'm actually rushing right now, trying to make other plans. Anyway, so I got the control panel overlay out. It's not on, it's just kind of sitting there. And I put some buttons to kind of give myself an idea of what it's gonna look like. And I'm kind of bummed because when you line the holes up, the joystick hole actually doesn't, let's see if I can zoom in on that. See, it's actually offset a little bit. Ooh, I got paint on my fingers, so I don't get paint on the control panel. So the joystick is always going to be off. And I think I'm just going to have to live with it because the holes are already pre-cut for the 1-player, 2-player jump and fix buttons. And yeah, I mean, I don't know what I'm gonna do. So this is my workaround. Oh, I put it in this bag. I'm hoping this is gonna solve my problem, at least as far as, if you inspect it, you're gonna find it. But if I put this like ring around the joystick area, I'm hoping it's enough to hide what's going on, this mess up here. I don't know why it didn't measure out. And I can't re-drill the joystick because it's actually routed underneath. I mean, I guess I could reroute it over here and shift it, but I don't know, that's gonna be more pain in the ass than it's worth, I think. So I don't know, we'll see what happens. If it does, worst case, I will re-drill it. But so yeah, I mean, that's gonna cover up a lot of it. And I gotta drill a hole for the jump button because this control panel only has these holes drilled. I don't know what this hole for is, but it's on Gene's face, or behind Gene's face. Alright, well that's drying. I think I'm gonna go ahead and drill the hole I need for the control panel overlay. So I got my, oh shit, my 1 1/8 hole, wood hole maker, drill bit, I don't know what you call it. But that's the standard size for arcade buttons is 1 1/8. So all I'm gonna do is just, and I measured it out, hopefully I measured it correctly. I'm just gonna go ahead and drill this real quick before I call it quits tonight. Damn, breaking shit. You don't really need to see this. This is kind of boring stuff that just needs to be done. And if I got my center point correct, I'm just gonna eyeball it in my own light. I'm making things. Yeah, it looks about right. All right, here goes nothing. Oh shit! So my drill is dying on me. There we go. God damn. And my drill bit fell out. Came out a little crooked, but it's not gonna be a big deal. I'll show you why. Is that cedar? I don't know. Just aged wood. I love the smell of sawdust. So even though it's kind of crooked coming out, the button's actually going to hide it because it's got a little bit of a overhang, so it's not too big a deal. I'm going to kind of clean up on the back though, because I might give myself splinters. Ugh, it's an ugly hole. Alright, so let's see what the control panel looks like on top of it. Alright. So that. It was the jump button. And I think these are yellow. Cool. I'm gonna line that up. Yeah, so that, see, it looks fine. You can't even tell it's an ugly buttonhole. And I'm still kind of bugged about this stupid joystick off-centering. See, like, it even looks crooked when you look straight down on it. But luckily, you don't hit, you almost hit the control panel overlay when you move the joystick around. So anyway, that's what it's gonna look like. And then I'm gonna put a piece of plexiglass over top of it. A little bit of wrinkle, goddamn. A piece of plexiglass over top of it to kind of protect it a little bit better. And it kind of, let me get these damn buds out. And it goes with like the rest of the, I think all the other Nintendo arcades have a small piece of plexiglass that goes over top of it, like Donkey Kong Jr. I was gonna, well, let me get a better angle. You can kind of see there's a little bit of a lip here. This, it's actually cut perfectly to size to the control panel overlay. So yeah, I was gonna take this off. Actually, is this one off? No. Take this off and then measure it and use it on the Fix-It Felix, but if my joystick's off-centered, it kind of defeats the purpose. So yeah, this one has a transparent, one of those things. I'm gonna put a black one over top of it, so hopefully you won't be able to see the ugliness underneath. And I still need to get a player 2 button. Alright guys, I think it's time to put on some side art. So I went ahead and taped up, I kind of just eyeballed it. What I did was I just made a line 5 inches down. So what's weird is the cabinet's not perfectly square, obviously, because we got the control panel kick out. and it gets narrow up top. So you can either split the difference down bottom and go in the middle, but what I did is I went up top because for your eyes going to be drawn anyway. So I just made the difference between here and here kind of fall between like Felix's face, which is like the center point of the game. So if you step back, I mean, it looks pretty spot on. And then for the line up top, I just went midway through the Marquee. I pulled different reference pictures from the internet, and there's no like set way because essentially it's a fake arcade machine, right? So there's no wrong or right way to do this. Just ballpark it. The biggest thing, you just want to make sure it's not crooked. So what I did was I measured 5 inches down here. It's 5, 5. I mean, you can take a level, but I don't think the floor is level, and the wheels might give it off anyway. So a level is not going to give you perfect representation of being square. So I just measured down to make sure it was 5 inches, 5 inches, 5 inches, and did like a survey there. So, yeah, let's put this thing on. Let's see if we can't get this thing looking like a Fix a Felix machine. Alright, my battery's about to die. Hopefully you can see this before it does. If you actually use the same video I did for the stencil for the Joust machine, it's going to be the same basic concept. We're going to squeegee on this thing, kind of just go top down, and yeah, then you'll see. It's fun stuff. Hopefully I don't F it up. And we're doing scissors. Peel it back a little bit off of the back sheet. And then just going to cut away here. Sweet. And then just work your way down. When we got the top part stuck, you kind of just unfurl it and then squeegee it down as you go. It's not going anywhere. That's it. Hopefully you got all the air bubbles out as I went along. will pull down, kind of like a 90-degree angle, just like you do with the stencil on the joust machine, so you don't take it up by accident. This bitch is on here. Cool. And my battery didn't die, so awesome. So hopefully it doesn't die while I'm trying to show you what's going on now. So that Alright, so the damn battery died on my friggin' DSLR camera. Anyway, so I'm using my cell phone right now, so you might get a little weird looking video. Actually, this thing takes pretty damn good video. Anyway, whatever. So this thing's on here. It is not coming off anymore. I do have a couple air bubbles, nothing huge. There's one, you see that like right in his friggin' heart? That right here, I think it's because there's a hole, yeah, I can feel it. That's where the, one of the places I bondoed, so it wasn't perfect. You know what, I'm just gonna live with it, it's not that big a deal. Yeah, you can actually see the outline of where the screw used to be. And then little tiny things up here just from like some dust that didn't get mopped off, even though I wiped it off. I guess I missed a couple spots. But whatever. I think it looks damn good. So if you look at it from this angle, without looking at the control panel, it looks like it's complete. So yeah, that's one side. And then I'm going to do the exact same thing on the other side. I won't record it just because my battery's dead on the other one. And I don't have anything to mount my cell phone, but it's going to be the exact same process. The only thing is now I got to make sure I get the measurements right on the other side so that this matches up on the other side. So yeah, so another thing about the center points, like if you go from here to here and here to here, if you make those centered, then your top's not going to look right. So what I did is I just went and made the top, cut the distance there, and did it that way. So if you step back, that's what it looks like as a whole. Because you're not working with a perfectly square arcade machine, you kind of just have to make the decision of where you want your lines to be. So I think it looks pretty good. Okay, so let's do the next side. Alright, second side is now done. I literally did the exact same thing I did the first time, so really no need to record it. There's actually less air bubbles on this side. I don't know what this, you can see it right here. I guess the artwork got like crinkled somehow. I don't know, that kind of blows. But yeah, I've never put these things on and they've been perfect. There's always like some tiny imperfection because, whatever. I'm not a professional. It's on there now, right? Can't complain because it's already done. But yeah, dude, this is looking sweet. So we got that side, we got the marquee up, we got this side, and I'm pretty sure so I did 5 inches there at the top, and then 5 inches there at the top, and then to make sure I got them on the like a mirror image of each other, I measured from here to here, and this was 3 3/4, and just kind of mapped that on the or took that measurement from the other side and just kind of made sure I did the same thing. So like the distance between here is the same on the other side, but even if it's off, you're never gonna tell unless you cut the damn thing in half and put it side by side. And then, so if you look here, it's going at like about midway through the Marquee, and then it should be the same. Yep, over here. It was at an angle the other side too. Okay, cool. So what's next? Control panel overlay. Let's see if we can tackle that bastard. Alright, we got the plexiglass cut out for the control panel overlay. I'm kind of screaming because I have my jet engine heater blowing in the background. Hopefully that doesn't come out as distortion on the video. So, take this bad boy, brush off all the crap, and there's my jet engine blowing. Holy shit, that thing is loud. And essentially this is going to go over top of this, and I think I need to trim it a little bit more because it's not fitting perfectly. The overlay is going to go over the top of the wood, and this is going to go over top of this just to kind of protect the control panel overlay, since it's essentially just a paper sticker. You don't want people's sweaty hands kind of rubbing off on it. So what's next is I got to put holes in this plexiglass to correspond to those holes, minus that one, and I need to cut a hole for the joystick. So I need to remove the joystick, stick this on top of it, put some holes in it. And I got a trick to do that, which I will show you at the cut. That back up. All right. So I'm trying something a little different this time as far as drilling holes. Usually I end up just cracking the shit out of it. I picked up a step drill bit. I think I got this 15 bucks on Amazon. And it's got like a cone shape, and then each, there you go. You can see it's got like grooves. Each one's like a different step, I guess. So as it's going through the plexiglass, it's actually just grinding away instead of cutting it like a, what's it called? Like a wood drill bit or something you'd like drill a hole for like a door. You don't want to use that kind of bit. But this is the first time I use this on plexiglass. The first hole seemed to work out, but my luck usually sucks when it comes to cutting or drilling holes for plexiglass. So I don't know, we'll see. I'm gonna keep on doing this on the other holes and see how it works, and I'll let you know if I end up cracking it. Holes are successfully drilled. I am kind of, I don't even know what to think right now, because this is the first time I've ever drilled holes without friggin' blowing up the plastic. So yeah, step drill bit is the way to go. You don't have to push very hard, it just slowly goes down each little notch. And yeah, it worked Perfect. No issues whatsoever. So my plexiglass is a little bit too big, so I'm gonna trim it up with the old Dremel. Try to make my measurements. And should be good. Safety goggles. And clamp this bitch again. What are you doing? Yep. Nah, we'll do it this way. Okie doke. The line is this one.
Let go. Let. Damn.
Cool. Alright, now we gotta shave the side off. Should be a little bit quicker. Just realized you probably can't see what the F is going on. Alright, let's see if that fits on our panel. Hopefully we don't have to trim any more. Okay, so width we got, it works fine. And then, oh shit, I got it upside down. Alright, width works. And height works. Sweet. So let's go ahead and put this freaking control panel. Oh shit! I forgot to put the holes for the to actually mount this on. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're actually gonna do. You know, maybe I'll do that when it's. No, never mind. Let's just do it right now while I'm thinking about it. So I got another step drill bit. It's the exact same thing except way smaller. And where is it? I haven't used it yet. It's actually still in its package. So, hope that this works. And I'm not even gonna record this because you get the idea. So this is just a smaller drill bit. This is a 1/8 inch to a 1/2 inch. So I definitely don't need to go a 1/2 inch. I just probably need to go up to like the 3rd or 4th notch. So I'm gonna do that. I'm not gonna record it because it's not very exciting. And then we'll pick back up when this thing is finally drilled out. All right, hold on. All right. New workbench is now the treadmill because I have too much crap around here. I'm using the foosball table as a workbench, and now I'm using the stupid ass treadmill. All right, so we got our thing drilled out, control panel drilled out. We got our plexiglass drilled out. We got our paper, whatever material you want to call this. And I dust this off, just make sure you get everything, get this whole thing cleaned up. So, this thing's gonna be sweet. One thing, so I'm gonna have to put holes in the overlay to get the screws through it, but that's no big deal. We got guides that I drilled on the plexiglass. So we got that, we got this, and essentially this is what it's gonna look like. And you know what? Make our lives easier. Let's go ahead and put in some buttons. So we got blue. It's blurry. Yellow, please fit, and yellow. Ooh. Yeah, you're gonna be snug. Okay. Damn, our joystick is off. Oh no, it's not. That's right, this thing is off. Okay. So let me tighten the backs of these so it's not going anywhere. And I'm just putting the washer nut or whatever you want to call it on to keep it in place. Tighten down. There we go. Yeah, this button, I guess I got the hole a little bit offline, so it's a little snug on the plexiglass, but what are you gonna do? And then look, you can see how much difference the, so this hole is actually on the plexiglass matches up to the hole in the wood, but the overlay is a little off. Just kind of bummed out about. Anyway, whatever. Now, this one we need to open. Now we need to put the screws in these little holes here to kind of just keep it from flapping around. Which is dusty. Okay, so I got a nail. Excuse me, a nail where I can just hook the hole where the screw needs to go. So I'm just gonna pre-poke. Luckily, my holes are still lining up. They didn't shift on me when I put the buttons in, which I was kind of worried about. And it's happened for. Oh, it's right on the friggin' jump button. Okay. So that's. I lost my bolt. Got a fresh bolt. Oh shit! No, I need that bolt. Because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Because it had the damn washer on it. Oh, here it is. Alright. So you get your bolt and your washer, and then just work the way through. Actually, what does this look like without a washer? Maybe I'll do it without a washer. What do you think? You can't see it. That's without a washer. And that's with a washer. It definitely looks better without a washer. Screw it. Well, that's searching for a washer. We're not even going to use it. I think this looks better. Ooh, they're barely long enough still. I don't want to reverse. Washers for another day. Alright. So remember, because of the offset of the control panel overlay for the joystick, I'm actually putting one of those like circular discs, and I found a smaller one. This is actually from a Zippy, one of those Zippy, they're like cheaper joysticks, but I had them on my Neo Geo conversion over there, and they're actually smaller discs than the disc that I found, so I ended up just putting the bigger discs on the Neo Geo and pretty much ganked this one for the Fix It Felix. But I think this is going to do a little bit better job of pretty much not covering. So there's like arrows and stuff on the overlay. I don't want to like straight up cover the artwork. I want to still retain as much as I can. So whatever. I got a smaller one, long story short. So unscrew your ball, top, deal, whatever you want to call it. Oh, you're not going to come off? Uh-oh. Might not be able to put this one there. Oh, there we go. Shaft was cool. So just slide it on. This little plastic sheath thing. I don't even know what that does. Probably just stops this from moving. Screw the thing back on. Actually, I'm a big fan of these things where the tops come off because I hate pulling this stupid little tension retainer thing. Uh-oh, shit. God damn it. I need to undo what I just did. I need to put the joystick on and then stick the friggin' plastic thing on because it's not going to fit through the hole. Genius. Alright. That's on. Now we can put the stupid plastic thing on. See, looks a little bit better than a disc that takes up the whole outer whatever perimeter. But you still see it's off. It doesn't hide it perfectly. What are you gonna do? It's already on there. And I really don't feel like routing out another chunk of the control panel just to compensate shit for the overlay. So, yeah, like I was saying, I like it when the top actually comes off so you don't have to undo the stupid retaining pin. It's just a pain in the ass. And usually it shoots across the room because it's rusted shut. And all right, we got our friggin' control panel done. And what do you think? Looks pretty solid. Looks like a professional did it. Little do they know, this jackass did it. And he doesn't know what he's doing half the time. Alright, so slide it in. Ho ho ho. Dude, now we're looking legit. We got the control panel on. We got the marquee on. We got the side art on. I got the, oh, I ended up putting back the original mounting bracket for the monitor, and this is a piece of plywood I had laying around. Or, yeah, I guess it is plywood. They were gonna mount the monitor too. But, dude, this is awesome. Oh, we gotta put some buttons in at some point. I mean the switches. Cool. What's next? You know, let's put T-molding on. Get one more step, man. T-molding like takes like 2 seconds, and it's already cut. Alright. That's right. Oh, I know. Get this. So we actually already pre-cut the corners too, so I'm just trying to line it up the best I can. Shit. Oh, that's right, it goes underneath. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, get under there. Now that the wheels are on. I wonder why this thing is super long. One side done. Pants keep falling down. Oh, come on. Yeah. T1 is a little dirty, but hopefully I can just clean it up.
Master tool. Ow, fucker.
Cool. T-bone is on.
Dude, we're screaming through this project.
It doesn't help me have all the pieces. Just don't have the time to finish this. Let's go ahead and cut the piece for this. I got a whole crap ton of this stuff laying around, so if we mess it up, we can just read it. Scissor works fine. Alright man, T-molding's done.
Another thing we can scratch off tonight.
So the only thing we have left now is the bezel artwork. And we gotta, we gotta do the coin door, we gotta mount the monitor, we gotta put the game in this thing. We gotta configure the game, we gotta wire the buttons to work with the game because we're using a PC. And then I think we're done. So that's it for tonight, and then we'll pick up hopefully tomorrow. Alright guys, I'll see you then. Peace. Alright, I think it's time to work on this bezel. And hopefully you guys can hear me from afar. I'm kind of zoomed in a little bit. Anyway, so back on our handy dandy treadmill workbench. Just gonna dust off the excuse me, dust off the plexiglass that we're gonna put this on. There's no loose dirt. And cool. So you can see there's a white outline around the whole bezel, which is where it just give you a place to like peel the decal off, but it makes it incredibly difficult to see where your edges are when you go and do whenever you go to put on. So what I'm gonna do is I just cut away each corner. No, let me do this with the exact thing. my corner pieces. And then essentially this is going to be just like how we do side art, except now we have to do, our margin of error is going to be a little bit smaller, or it has to be smaller. So let me see what we're working with to make sure. Okay, so I do have to cut off a little bit because the thing is actually too wide for the plastic plexiglass, which I don't understand why this is bigger. If it was made to fit it, but whatever. So I might split the difference a little bit. So it looks to be like 2 millimeters on either side. That's what I'm working with. But luckily, it's not going to cut into the actual artwork. It's just going to cut into the yellow bezel, which isn't a huge deal. It just kind of sucks. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick it on, and then whatever excess, then just trim it off there. Rather than cut it off and then stick it on. But yeah, so it's not up and down, it's just left and right what we have to trim. It sucks. So the bezel ends right here, which is actually right where that line is. So, alright, after we're gonna eyeball it. It ends up. And then we're going to tape it in place so it doesn't shift on us. Shift back even. What we do, we're going to prepare. Put your tape on first. Kill my knees. Alright, so it shouldn't shift on us now. And mark the edge up here, edge. bit of overhang, a little bit of overhang. Just get some more on this side. Paper tape keeps ripping when it's not supposed to. I'm just gonna scoop this off the edge so I can put the tape on. And my goddamn camera just stopped recording for no friggin' reason. Alright, so if you missed everything, all it is, I just taped this on, kind of lined it up, split the difference on either side because we're overhanging just a few millimeters, and we're gonna end up trimming that off with a X-Acto knife. So now everything's on there taped. We're gonna do just like we do with the side art, peel it back a little bit, cut out the back thing protecting the adhesive, and then fold it over and then kind of squeegee it on. So, got my squeegee, and hopefully we don't F this up. That is broken, yeah. Fold it back. That piece of shit out of the way. And you just apply it. No turning back now. Alright, now it's really not going anywhere. And then do just like the side art. If you mess up your edges, it's not a huge deal because keep in mind the top and the bottom are going to be hidden anyway because it needs to go through like the retainer so it doesn't slip out of the way. So you have a little bit of room for error there. And then with the sides, because it's actually longer or wider than it really needs to be, you have a little wiggle room there too, so you can just trim off any excess. And if it is off a little bit, no one's really going to be able to tell. Alright, so do one more sweep there. Roll this back. And just work your way down. That out of the way. It's got a little bit of air bubble action I'm trying to get out. I think it's actually air bubble between this paper and the sticker, so hopefully it's not an issue. And alright, it's on there. Now let's see if we can't pull this paper piece off. Yeah. Camera's still recording? Yeah. This is probably the most difficult part, is getting the stupid paper off. Alright, screw it. Rip the paper. You're here all day if you don't. Dude, this color looks pretty sweet. And make sure you pull off at like a 90-degree angle again. Don't get overzealous and try to rip it off as fast as you can, because you'll end up taking the decal off with it. And you don't want that. Damn it. Probably easier if this damn thing wasn't sliding all over the place too. So, maybe don't use a treadmill as your workbench. Ooh, shit. Ah. Son of a bitch. Alright. But I don't know, I'm not many air bubbles at all. Zoom in on that shit. Focus on that shit. Cool, man. Essentially done. So now you see like the white, this crap. We're gonna have to trim that off with the X-Acto knife, but luckily it's on here. And, oh, my back. We just use the straight line to trim it off. Get started. Alright, all that shit's trimmed off. And we got about a thumbprint from Gene's head to the edge. a little bit less from this chick, so it's off just slightly, but yeah, another way you can tell it's off slightly is, see I got a white line here. If you go down here, there's no white, so it's actually shifted about, oh, I don't know, a couple millimeters, but hopefully this will be hidden, and when you look at it, you're not gonna be able to tell unless you break out your protractor and your TI-86 and you're being a sticker on measurements. So let's go ahead and put this on the machine. All right, now we got this retaining, I don't know what you call it. It goes on the bottom. It goes on the bottom. That's what it goes on the bottom. Go. That shit doesn't go in there. Bitch. All right. Now that dude is in there. Oh my god. So I had there's a thing that locks the. All right, so the bezel is in. I mean, it's looking closer and closer to being complete. Also, I went ahead and just spray painted the coin door. I didn't tape that just because it's not very. I just literally just dusted real quick, and I also spray painted the coin mech, whatever you want to call these. Just I had some silver spray paint laying around, so I went ahead and coated that as well, just to make it a little bit cleaner. I'm actually awaiting these. I think these are called carriage bolts. I ordered some online to because right now I'm lacking like more than half the bolts I need. So. I mean, it's not like these coin mechs are actually going to do anything, but I just want to give it the look of being complete. Anyway, so the bezel is in. Everything else, artwork is done. Let's see if we can't get this monitor mounted. All right, I'm trying to mount this monitor onto this piece of wood here that I had laying around, and to figure out my measurements instead of just taking a ruler and measuring it out that way, what I ended up doing. And I think this will work. I put just some WD-40. So I put some screws on the back to where the mount holes are on the LCD screen, and then I dabbed a little bit of WD-40 on the tips of the screws. So then when I put the monitor on, I essentially just dabbed the piece of wood, and these two marks are where the monitor sat. So I got a better idea of this. I mean, as long as I'm in this ballpark, I should be fine. And then I drew a line down here to kind of like help me gauge where I am. So hopefully this works. I don't know. I was just trying to half-ass it, essentially, just trying to save myself some time. So let me go ahead and put some holes in this wood at that mark and see if this worked. All right, got my holes drilled, and hopefully they match up to where I got on the monitor. So let me see what I got going on back here. See, these are the screw mount brackets. And fortunately I can't see through wood to figure out where the hell to put the holes at, so that's when I came up with that WD-40 trick. And I think I just got the two bottom holes. I don't know why the top, I guess I didn't push hard enough to get the top. Or maybe it evaporated, I don't know. But I mean, even if I could just get two in there, that should be plenty enough to hold it. So let me get this off. I'm using my cell phone now, so unfortunately I can't set a tripod up. So yeah, let me just see if these bottom screws fit in this wood, and then let's see what it looks like. Holy crap! Easiestly the hardest thing I've had to do on this freaking project is find the screw holes on the back of the monitor through the wooden holes on the back of the wood. Jesus, that took like literally a half hour. Anyway, so it's mounted on there. I didn't mount the plywood yet, but all we had to do, there's actually holes on the bracket, right? Oh yeah, you can see it right there and right there, and there's two at the bottom there. But I just want to make sure I get it centered before I mount that bad boy. So my wood's not exactly even the monitor's not even 100%. It's pretty damn close. So, you know what? You know we don't have the controls hooked up. Let's see what this thing would look like if it did work. I'm gonna plug in the PC and then just see what happens. So hold on real quick. I'm just curious now. All right, so I piled it. I just literally just threw all this shit in there. I'm gonna mount this and make it look a lot prettier. But for the time being, I just placed it in there and ran the signal to the monitor. But what I really want to show you is this little thing right here. You can't really see it. Actually, do I have my flashlight? Let me get my flashlight. Lighting is... oh, here it is. Okay, so this little thing, it's like 1.5 inches long, and all it does is it sits between the VGA cable coming from the monitor and in between the PC. And what it does is it generates scan lines. This is a scan line generator, or I think this one's called a mini SLG, mini scan line generator. And it was about 20 bucks, 25 bucks I think. And what it does is it gives you the illusion of a CRT monitor on the LCD monitor, because what CRT does is it gives you it creates scan lines. And LCD is one just flat image essentially. So it's just gonna mimic. It'll just look a lot better, and I'll show you a before and after with it turned on and off. So now we got this bastard in here. We can't play the game yet because it's not wired. That's gonna be a whole separate video. Is the whole wiring and oh god, configuration part. This is more just the physical cabinet. So I was gonna break it down into a whole bunch of little mini videos, but I think it just makes more sense. So that automatically kicked on. Yeah, it just makes more sense to just break it up into two. Plus I went really fast in this rebuild, and my monitor's not on. You know why? Because I didn't plug the bitch in. There's that. Where's this going? Oh, it's going behind here. And I got an error beep. This thing is an old piece of crap computer, so it's not perfect. Alright, monitor's now plugged in. There we go. See, yeah, that's an error I get. I think all you do is hit... what does that want me to do? Check date time, default, F2 to resume. F2. I think it's the CMOS battery is dead or something. It's not retaining time, date and time for some reason, but that doesn't matter. We just want to see if this game loads up. So, let me close this back door. Get the wire out of my damn way. And bam, automatically boots into Fix It Felix. And I might have to do something about that monitor light down there. Maybe I'll just take a Sharpie to it, kind of hide it. But let me turn the lights off and see if it doesn't look a little bit better. Oh, well, also, I started doing a little bit of cleanup, hence all this damn garbage. Oh, that's right, I got the other set of lights on. And... now I can walk without fear of killing myself. So, we got Fix It Felix Jr. playing in the Fix It Felix cabinet. This is awesome, dude. And if you look close, you see those lines, vertical lines going through the graphics. That is what the scanline generator is doing. And we'll go more in detail when we get to the software and the computer and the setup part. We got plenty to talk about for the next video. But so I think this video is actually done because we completed all of the aesthetics. The game monitor is mounted. The game actually runs, which is a good close to this video. But we still need to play it. So I think we're gonna stop right here and pick up with part 2. Thanks for checking this video out, guys, and make sure you check out the next one. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please do so. I greatly appreciate it. It's kind of cool to see that people actually enjoy these videos. Even if you don't, if you want to troll my page, that's cool too. It's all for fun. But yeah, hopefully you'll learn something. Even if my mistakes, probably take something out of it, right? So, with that said, I'll see you guys next time. See ya.